leprechauns have magically run out of brains. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. You had to catch Kyle and thunk it. Was you who punked his? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm mauling you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. You ever heard of a wonder kid? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin. That's how I'm playing. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You was wondering why I ain't do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrists get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man. The roots remember, even when the trees pretend. Not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
That was Mr. Jay-Z performing at the Roots picnic. He seemingly took shots at Jaguar, Wright, Tory Lanez, Dame Dash, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. And when I tell you the internet is on fire right now, I am not lying. The internet is on fire because everybody is talking about this, and they are also pointing out the fact that Jay-Z doesn't have wigs in his head anymore. Everybody's like, bro, where are the wigs? What happened? You combed your wigs out? Now, I have a question because I've never had locks in my hair before, but like, how do you comb out wigs? Because wigs are very thick, like very, very, very thick. And he's had wigs in his head for like several years at this point. So I'm just like, how did you comb that out? And for him to have had wigs in his head for so long, I just feel like combing them out, his hair should be a lot thicker than that. I just feel like his hair looked thin. His hair looks like when I take my box braids out. Like I just took some box braids down like a week ago, and that's what my hair looks like when I take out my braids. So I'm just like, you know, if you had wigs that are literally past your shoulders and you comb them out, like, shouldn't his hair be longer, right? And thicker? It looks really thin to me. Jay-Z, you're never beating the Lacefront allegations. Never. It reminded me when Nicki Minaj tweeted September last year. She said, Jay-Z, take off that fucking lace front. Literally, like, ever since the Barbs have been running with that shit, they have been accusing Jay-Z of wearing a lace front. And I'm just like, after seeing his hair combed out like that man is never beating the allegation. Okay, I'm done laughing at Jay-Z. All right, moving on. I wanted to talk about the disses that he was making in his freestyle. So the first thing that he said, I noticed that he was talking about Tory Lanez when he said the word leprechaun, right? So he was basically talking to Sunstar, who is Tory Lanez's father, Sunstar Peterson, when he was standing outside of the courthouse and he was like, Rock Nation, you will crumble. So Jay-Z is addressing Sunstar by saying your son was on the federal jail line, talk about somebody, something in his drink, whatever. And he's like, you know how dumb that is? Like, basically what he's trying to say is like, it's Tory's fault that he's in jail because he was on the phone line confessing. Basically, that's what Jay is saying. But my thing about that is that, like, Tory Lanez has been locked up for years at this point. So I'm just like, why are you addressing Tory Lanez and his dad now? He's been in prison since December 2022. Sunstar went off and said Rock Nation will crumble in 2022. So why is Jay-Z in 2026 addressing this? I have a theory. I think he's addressing it now because he's bothered, because a lot of people have been talking about the fact that they believe that the reason why Tory is in prison is because of Jay-Z. And I believe Jay-Z sees the commentary and he sees what people say about him and it bothers him. So that's why he's addressing it. Then Jay also said, Quest introduced me to Jaguar, as in Jaguar Wright. And then he was like, I don't know why I still fuck with him, like joking. If you didn't know already, Jaguar Wright has been speaking out against Jay-Z for years. Like, she has been saying some really, really crazy deep stuff about him. So I imagine that's why he's up there addressing it. And in case you forgot, I think this happened in 2024, but Jaguar Wright appeared on Piers Morgan TV show, his news show. And she basically sat there and said that Sean Carter, as in Jay-Z, is like a million times worse than Sean Combs, aka Diddy. I also noticed that he said, yeah, I get under niggas' skin like And when he said it, he kind of made a stabbing motion, and he's referring to the incident that happened in 1999, allegedly at a nightclub. Jay-Z stabbed this man in the stomach. And it also really made me think of the incident with Tory Lanez, where he was attacked and stabbed several times in prison. As you know, many people, including myself, believe that Jay-Z may have had something to do with that. He may have paid some people to organize that attack against Tory. So I don't think that is out of Jay-Z's scope to stab someone. So yeah, he was being honest. Then Jay had a couple bars for Drake, like he mentioned the jig is up line from Janice STFU, and Jay-Z said something like, the jig is up, nigga, I'm up 10 or whatever. And then Jay was also like, it's gonna cost you bees to say my name or something like that. Then he threw a shot or two at Dame Dash when he mentioned the teeth coming out his mouth. Do you remember the video where Dame Dash was talking and then his dentures like slipped out of his mouth? Then Jay-Z went on and tried to diss Nicki Minaj. Yeah, I used the word tried, because he said, that lady back on that stuff, she like in love with him. Then he brought up her kid and he was like, her kid can't even. But then like when he was saying it, he got very tongue-tied. Like he started stammering and stuttering and stumbling over his words. I was like, damn, grandpa, can you even get the fucking bars out?
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republic.
Literally, you can even hear the people in the background reacting to him stuttering and stumbling over his words. Like the girl was literally like, uh-oh. So I think what Jay-Z was trying to do was, I think he was low-key trying to either make fun of Nicki's son Papa Bear by saying that he's slow or like not intelligent, or he was trying to low-key make fun of Nicki's husband Kenneth Petty, because he tried to say her kid can't even pick their kid? Like, was he trying to say like you can't even pick your kid up from school, or like your husband can't pick up y'all kid from school? Like, I feel like that's what he was trying to say, but in the moment he got very tongue-tied and it just did not come out right at all. I feel like when it comes to Nicki, everybody always uses the same like 3 digs at her. They always try to make fun of her son, and they always try to talk about her husband, and they always try to call her like a cocaine addict or something. And I just feel like it's tired at this point. It's so tired. Like, can y'all come up with something new? I'm always seeing these narratives being peddled on the blogs and stuff. So for Jay-Z to come out and to get on stage and do a freestyle and say that makes me feel like, well, that kind of confirms in a way where the fuck those rumors are coming from. Because like, why do all of the urban media and blogs all say the same thing about her? Like, they all say the same exact thing over and over and over again. I don't know, but I don't think that Jay-Z coming out and repeating this narrative is a coincidence. I see what he was trying to do, but in my opinion, it just completely fell flat because he fucked that up. He didn't even say it right. Jay was clearly trying to freestyle off the dome, but I'm gonna be honest, that performance to me was extremely lackluster. The bars were not hitting at all. Like, of all the stuff that Nicki Minaj, Drake, Dame Dash, and Jaguar Wright have said about you, that's your rebuttal? Like, that's the best you could do? That's the best bar that you could come up with? I just felt like his bars were weak. The delivery was fucking weak. His breath control was not up to par. You can tell that he has been out of practice for a very long time. His breathing was all over the place. He was stuttering and stammering and stumbling over his damn words. He was struggling up there. That fucking afro looked dry. It looked tired. Like, this whole performance to me was just fucking tired. Jay-Z looked crazy. If this boring ass performance was supposed to get people hyped for your album that's supposed to be coming out this year and get people excited for Wireless in July, then you missed the mark, because this was not it at all. He's definitely gonna need to go back to the drawing board on some of those bars, because I'm telling you, those bars are extremely weak. Like, dude, I know you can do better than that. And I want to put out there that I fully expect for Nicki Minaj to come out and totally annihilate Jay-Z. Like, if you thought that she was going hard at Jay-Z already, like online, I think she's gonna get in the booth and she's gonna drop something and it's gonna be like a million times worse than anything that she wrote on Twitter. I think he really messed up when he brought up her kid, and let me tell you, the barbs on X Twitter, they are going in. I've been seeing, not necessarily barbs, but I have been seeing people pulling up pictures of Beyonce and Jay-Z's son, Sir, and posting pictures of him and like making fun of him, calling that little boy slow, like going in. So I just, at this point, this shit is getting very ugly, very ugly. And a lot of people pointed out that Jay-Z didn't have any smoke for Kanye West, because Kanye literally came on X and called their kids retarded. So just don't be surprised if Nicki comes out swinging. Do not be surprised. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know in the comments section, what did you think about Jay-Z's performance? Did you like it? Are you excited for him to release a new album? And are you excited to go see him on tour if he does in fact go on tour? And what do you think about his hair? Do you think that them is real wigs or he was wearing a wig? I don't know. It was kind of giving Drake snatched his wig, but I don't know. That's just me though. But go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed this. If you didn't like it, dislike it, and tell me why you dislike it. But I will ask, please keep it respectful in the comments, because if you come in my comment section talking shit, I'm gonna talk shit back to you. And to all my new subscribers, welcome and thank you for subscribing. I see a lot of you guys like my Bees on the Table review. So again, thank y'all so much for being here, and stay tuned for more updates. I'll see you guys later. Bye.